and hi. A very good morning to Miss Nina. I'm Zamia and I am from Foundation in Science. Today I'm going to talk about a disease that caused by mutation. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about two diseases, which is sickle cell disease and Klinefelter syndrome. Now let's move to the next slide. Okay, now what is sickle cell anemia? Sickle cell anemia is a disease that are most common among United States people and African people. Sickle cell disease is a disease that affects your red blood cells. In sickle cell disease, a protein called hemoglobin located within your red blood cell is abnormal. Okay, now how do we know that our red blood cell is abnormal? Is when our red blood cell hemoglobin look like sickle and crescent moons, exactly like the moon shape. Sickle cells also rigid and sticky, which can slow or block our blood flow in our body. This is a serious issue. This is the difference between our normal blood cell and a sickle cell anemia. Usually our normal blood cell will look like a round and flexible and also look like a donut without holes in the center. And the normal blood cell can easily move through our blood vessels, but not the sickle cell one. It will block our blood flow in our body. The symptoms of sickle cell anemia usually will appear around 6 months of age, and the symptoms are vary from the person to person and may change over time. Now let's look to the symptoms. Here are the several symptoms of sickle cell disease, such as anemia. Anemia is a condition in which the number of concentration of hemoglobin or a number of hemoglobin is lower than normal in our body. When the amount of hemoglobin is lower in our body, it means that we will also have a lower oxygen. That means like we will get tired easily. Episodes of pain means that we will have pain crisis, and it's caused because of the slower blood flow in our body, and that's where the pain starts. Some people also will have the pain for last longer, and they also face chronic pain. Moreover, sickle cell disease make our hand and feet swell. Sickle cell disease also make we have to face frequent infections such as pneumonia. Some people also have vision problems, yellowing of skin and eyes, and the vision problem happen in retina. And some people also have to face delayed growth or puberty. Now, what type of mutation that are involved in this disease? Gene mutation. What is gene mutation? Gene mutation is a change in nucleotide base sequence of DNA at single locus. Gene mutation is also known as point mutation. The change alters the genetic code that is used to synthesize amino acid. The change of a single nucleotide in the DNA template strands produce alternate mRNA and later produce an abnormal protein. For sickle cell anemia, the gene mutation occurs by base substitution. We have three types of base substitution, but in this disease, it occurs because of the base substitution. Sickle cell disease caused by genetic variants or changes in the hemoglobin gene passed from both parents to the children. The gene helps to produce hemoglobin, the molecule on red blood cell that carries oxygen, which is abnormal. Everyone has 2 copies of HBB gene and one from each parent. In order to have sickle cell disease, a person must inherit a changed HBB gene from both parents. Now let's talk about how mutation happen in this disease. Sickle cell anemia is due to the base substitution of HBB beta globin gene on chromosome 11. The base substitution of T in CTC will get replaced to A as CAC. Here that means base T is replaced with base A. It causes GAG codon substituted with GUG codon. It leads to missense mutation. Missense mutation means changes in amino acid sequence. The glutamic acid GLU is replaced with align. Here is the difference between the normal red blood cell and the sickle cell disease red blood cell. This is the process. Like I have told you, the base T will get replaced into the base A, and then the mutant of mRNA codon happen, and glutamic acid will get replaced with the line. The next disease I will talk about is Klinefelter syndrome, which only happen to boys. Klinefelter syndrome is a genetic disorder in which people assign male at birth with an extra copy of X chromosome. So that means like they will have two copy of X chromosome in that male genetic code. Most normal people have 46 chromosome package of DNA of 23 each. This includes one copy of X chromosome and one copy of Y chromosome. People with Klinefelter syndrome have a total of 47 chromosome with extra X chromosome. Klinefelter syndrome is a genetic condition affected in males, and it often isn't diagnosed until adulthood. It is a lifetime syndrome. What are the symptoms that are affected by this person? For Klinefelter syndrome people, they usually look tall and they have small breasts, and they will also, their voice also like more goes to like female voices. They will have smaller penis and long legs and hands, and they will also face osteoporosis, which is weak, we call as weak bones, and maybe some people also face weak muscle. They face learning difficulties and have osteoporosis, which means weak bones, and some people also have weak muscles, and they are more likely tendency to be shy and sensitive, and they will have, like I've told you, they will have less facial hair, body hair, and they will also have low IQ, which is subnormal intelligence, and most important thing is they will face testicular failure. That means like all of that boy cannot produce testosterone or sperm for the rest of their life. Type of mutation that are involved in this disease is chromosomal mutation. There are two types of chromosomal mutation, which is chromosomal aberration and chromosomal number alteration. And chromosomal number alteration divide by 2, which is aneuploidy and euploidy. I will talk about chromosomal number more in this presentation because our Klinefelter syndrome is under the chromosomal number. Klinefelter disease happen due to the abnormal chromosomal number in sex chromosome. Here are two types of aneuploidy. One is monosomy and another one is trisomy. Turner syndrome is referred to monosomy, and our disease Klinefelter syndrome is under trisomy. There are another syndrome in trisomy also, which is Down syndrome. But today we are going to talk about Klinefelter syndrome. Okay, when the mutation happen? The mutation happen due to the non-disjunction of sex chromosome in meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. The non-disjunction causes the production of sperm with an abnormal number of chromosome 22 plus XY and ovum with an abnormal number of chromosome 22 plus XX. For Klinefelter people, they will have extra X chromosome. How the mutation happen? Here are the explanation step by step about how the mutation happen. In the case of Klinefelter syndrome, a non-disjunction event occurs during meiosis in the father's sperm cells. Non-disjunction is a failure of chromosome to separate properly during cell division. It leads to unequal chromosome in the resulting gametes. As a result of non-disjunction, one of the sperm cells produced by the father carries an extra X chromosome in addition to the normal XX chromosome and Y chromosome. If the sperm cell fertilizes a normal egg cell from the mother, which carries a single X chromosome, it will produce abnormal zygote which will have an extra chromosome from the normal one. In a result, that person will have 47 XXY chromosome and will characteristic of Klinefelter syndrome. Overall, the first disease which I talk about is sickle cell anemia. Is caused by a gene mutation in the HBB gene, which encodes the beta-globin subunit of hemoglobin. This mutation results in a single nucleotide substitution where adenine is replaced by thymine, leading to the replacement of glutamic acid with valine at the 6th position of the beta-globin chain. For the person who have this kind of disease, that person can refer or speak to a doctor and specialist for advice about how to manage their condition. If someone with sickle cell disease has all the symptoms that I have mentioned in this video, such as difficulty in breathing and chest pain, please do hurry to call an ambulance. In summary, for the second disease, which is Klinefelter syndrome, is a result of non-destruction event during meiosis in the father's sperm cell, leading to the presence of an extra chromosome in the zygote. That's what make a person look like a girl, have breasts, and their voice change like a female. And they will also have less facial hair and have testosterone. The presence of that extra X chromosome will lead to the development with a serious disorder such as reduced testosterone levels. However, replacing testosterone hormone or receiving testosterone gel patches may help as a treatment in this disease. Thank you, Miss, for your attention. Assalamualaikum.